Hello ladies and gents, I am Jaylyn Renee and welcome to Femininity One-on-One.
It ain't perfect, but everything's beautiful now. It ain't perfect, but everything's beautiful.
I am so happy you guys decided to join me today. I am super excited about this series. I have actually been wanting to do a series on femininity for a very long time. We are going to basically be talking about all things feminine, how to achieve the femininity that you want to achieve, how to embrace that femininity that you want to achieve. It is literally a basic one-on-one series on the things I've learned, the things I've researched, and just all around the things that I think embody what being feminine means. So if you are interested in that, stay tuned. If you have not yet subscribed, girl, this is going to be the time for you to subscribe. Go ahead and click that red button down below. Make sure you hit the thumbs up for me. And I'm going to stop rambling and get right into Femininity One-on-One. This is the first video of this series. Today, we are going to be talking about operating in your being. Operating in your being. What does that mean? Well, you're definitely gonna know by the end of this video. I just want to first put a disclaimer out there that femininity is not just a look, guys. It is not just a look. Like literally caution signs. I think in this day and age with social media, Instagram especially, we get caught up in trying to mimic a look versus actually trying to figure out why that person has that look or what their purpose of having that look is. So guys, we have to be careful with just mimicking a look, okay? We are gonna discuss looks. We are gonna discuss certain styles and things like that later in the series, but for now, we are gonna be discussing the important things, and today we're gonna be discussing, again, operating in your being, okay? So first, let's start off with what femininity means, or what the dictionary definition of femininity is. It says qualities or attributes regarded as characteristics of women. I want you guys to pay close attention to the word characteristics, because that is the word in this definition that is going to stand out the most. You can kind of pinpoint it as, what would you describe yourself? So right now, on your notepad, because you should have a notepad with you, write down 3 things that you can describe yourself as. So for me, right off the top of my head, organized, caring, and devoted. Okay, so those are 3 things that I feel like are characteristics that I embody. Okay, so that's me. Those are 3 things that I feel I embody. Okay, so right now, jot down in your notebook 3 things you feel like you embody, or 3 characteristics you feel are of yourself as. And even further than that, what do you see your purpose being on this earth? What do you think your purpose is? What is your divine assignment? What are you here for? The fountain of femininity derives from your purpose. It derives from what you feel like you have arrived on this planet Earth to do, okay? Your overall duty. So what is your internal instinct? What is that thing that you just really feel like you have graced this earth to do? That is the basis or the foundation of your femininity. Tapping into your divine purpose will yield you achieving your highest level of femininity. So I learned a lot of this information from watching this episode a few years ago of Iyanla Vanzant, and I'm gonna play a clip for you guys because the way she displayed it made it absolutely relatable. It made you really want to look at yourself. At least it made me really want to look at myself and really figure out, you know, well, why do I want this bag? You know, am I really operating in my purpose to get to this bag or to get to this certain level of status or statue? So I'm gonna go ahead and play the clip for you guys so it'll kind of make more sense.
Yeah, just throw it in there. All right, good. Do you have a car?
Yes.
Okay, good. A wardrobe?
Yes.
Okay, good. You got a little money in the bank?
Yes.
Okay, good. I like a woman with money in the bank. You have public recognition, don't you?
Yes.
Okay, good. Do you do any service in the world where you're not rewarded or get recognition?
I do. I have a hair extension line, so I do donate hair to people with cancer patients and all that. So
Okay, good. That's lovely. Good. Put that in there. That's being, yes, service. Right now, today, in your life, are you angry about anything?
Yes.
And what do you do about that anger?
What I've been doing is holding it in.
Oh, so that's a doing. Denying. Here, put one in the doing. Because denial is a doing. You got this sadness about anything.
Yes.
And what do you do with it?
So you see what I mean? Tapping into your femininity or your being in general requires you to be. You have to be. Like, who are you? You have to figure out who you are as a person first before you can tap into any other subdivision of yourself. So the more you climb the ladder of finding or achieving or operating in your purpose, the higher you are to your femininity. So, child, when you're operating in your purpose and you're doing what you're supposed to do and you're investing and you're giving back and all of this, all of that will come back to you, right? What you give is what you get. So all those surface things like looks or Gucci bags and Louis Vuitton bags and YSL and all that, that will come. That's all surface stuff. To achieve it on the level where you're satisfied, where you're actually happy, you have to be able to operate with yourself without needing anyone else. Now, don't take this too far, because obviously when you were a baby, you needed someone else. When you were a child, you needed someone else. But I'm more so speaking on when it comes to things of you operating in your purpose. Can you really do that by yourself, or are you depending on others to push you to a level? Or when it comes to your overall general happiness, are you really just happy by yourself, or are you depending on others to make you happy? I'm telling you, when you are one of those people that are extremely dependent on others for your happiness, eventually those people are going to get sick of you. They're going to talk about you. They are going to become toxic in your life because of you. You are draining these people, depending on them for their happiness. You know, I can't stand when people say, well, as long as you're happy, I'm happy. No, that is not acceptable, because guess what? You're taking away that person's happiness to fuel it for yourself, and that is absolutely not fair, and it's absolutely unacceptable, and you're cheating yourself. To be honest, you are 100% cheating yourself. Stop. Moving on, operating in your spark, guys. So what does this mean? So I get the word spark from Disney's Soul. I absolutely love that movie. Comment down below if you watched it. It is an extremely powerful movie. I have my children watch it over and over and over, so it is in their conscious. Your spark will be the fuel of your purpose. So what are sparks? Sparks are things you like to do. For example, and I'm going to be using myself a lot because I don't really want to use anyone else, but for example, my spark is beauty, fashion. I love staying in the mirror, doing my makeup. I love doing my hair, trying different wigs. I love changing out my hair. I love following different fashion trends. I love shopping. I love all of those things that kind of embody like shopping, fashion, beauty, those types of things. So those are my sparks. Those are the things that honestly, if I wasn't technically getting paid to do it, I would do it for free because I do it anyway. And your girl got a little bit of skill, okay? I can beat my face, I can get my hair right, you know, I can pick out some clothes and shut it down. I feel that way anyway. I don't care if you don't. But yeah, those are my sparks. So what are those things that honestly, if you were doing them, you would do them anyway, even if you weren't getting paid? What are those things? Really take a moment to sit down and think of what those things are, right? So now that I know that I love beauty, I love fashion, I love shopping, I love all of that, what's the purpose in that? Right? Am I just doing it to acquire materials? Am I just doing it because I feel like dressing up that day? Am I just doing it just because? Am I just doing it to spend money because I have it? Am I doing these things to shop, to suppress? Am I doing these things like shopping to suppress emotional things that I'm going through or mental things that I'm going through? Why are you really doing these things? So I discovered maybe in my early 20s that I kind of like doing this fashion, beauty, well, not even kind of. I do like doing this fashion and beauty stuff to inspire other women. I remember being in high school and there were girls that got picked on and all of that. And I always had a soft spot for those girls because it's like, you're beautiful. Why are you letting people tear you down? And me being this person that always had this confidence and, you know, always had high self-esteem, I didn't really understand why other people couldn't possess that same type of strength. But everybody has their own self-esteem issues, self-confidence issues. I do. Everybody does. And sometimes other people have those issues maybe because of what's going on at home, what they're being told constantly by people in their home or people outside of their home. I would tell them they were beautiful. I would really sew into these girls and I had no idea what I was doing. It was literally just me. It was literally just me being. It was me naturally being. And it wasn't until my early 20s that I realized, wait, I've been doing this almost my whole life. Like, and I'm just naturally doing this. This is my purpose. This is my destiny. This is what I need to be doing. Ding, 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 ding. So the light bulb went off, but of course, I'm in my early 20s. I'm still kind of scared. I'm still in college. I'm still figuring stuff out. But I knew at that moment that was a part of my purpose. So the liking the beauty, the shopping, the liking the fashion, those are my sparks. And my sparks fuel my purpose of wanting to inspire and build sisterhoods and be a positive influence for women and girls all around me. That is my purpose. So back to your notepad. This is going to be a journal entry, guys. I want you to make 2 columns, right? And on the left side of that column, write sparks at the top, and on the right side of the column, write purpose at the top. We are done with just doing things without a purpose. Understand what you are doing, because when you understand what you are doing, you are operating in your being, okay? So understanding what you're doing and why you are doing it is operating in your being. And I did this exercise just as muscle memory. I did it for months and months and months, and it just naturally made me do things with a purpose always. So I'm not just doing something and it's empty, right? I'm doing something to fill a nest. So I hope that helps. So my femininity will never look like your femininity internally, okay? Internally, mine will never look like yours. Why? Because we all have different purposes. We all have different sparks. we all have a different network of being. None of us are the same. Okay, we all are different beings, and we all have different definitions to be. So to wrap up this first episode of Femininity, I'm gonna leave you guys again with the journal entries. So make sure you do your journal entries, because those are gonna help you when we get to the second episode. Again, listing your sparks, so those things you like to do, those things you would do without any money. And then listing your purpose behind doing those things. And don't put because I like to do them, okay? Make sure you really sit and think of the reasoning why you do them. And the second journal entry I was gonna have you guys do is listing characteristics of yourself, so those things that you feel like embody who you are as a person. But yeah, just to overview everything, operating in your being is your first step to really figuring out your femininity journey. Your femininity journey is ongoing. This is not a thing where you're just like, oh, I reached it. No, you're always evolving, you're always changing, there's always different opportunities for you. So yeah, I hope you ladies and gents enjoyed this video. Please give it a big thumbs up if you did. Make sure you share it, share again with those around you, especially if it is a younger girl or a younger boy, or you know, especially if it's someone of the younger generation. I really want them to get access to information like this. And of course, I want my JLUXE gang to get access to information like this. So that's why I'm sharing it. Again, I thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in episode 2. Have a good day.